Greetings, everybody. Welcome to your video series on an introduction to sociology. The topic for this video, the control theory. Let's get started. So up until now, when we have been talking about deviance, we have been talking about theories that help to explain why somebody engages in deviant behavior. Now we're going to look at a theory to help us understand why somebody doesn't engage in deviant behavior. This is the social control theory as developed by Travis Hirschi. Hirschi was interested in trying to figure out, well, why doesn't everybody commit deviance? Why aren't we all criminals? He's trying to understand what keeps people from engaging in deviant behavior. Hirschi says that social control or the lack of deviance is directly affected by the strength of our social bonds. And deviance results from a feeling of disconnection from society. In other words, Hirschi believed that people are less likely to engage in deviant behavior the more connected they are to their society and the stronger the social bonds they have with that society and with people in that society. He went on to say that there are 4 elements that can help determine whether somebody is going to engage in deviant behavior or not. The first one is attachment. He believed that the more attached we are to other people who are conforming and who are members of our society, who are doing the things that society expects them to be doing, the more attached we are to those people, the less likely we are to engage in deviance. The second element is involvement. He believed that the more involved a person is in their society, the more groups they belong to, the more organizations they're members of, the more civic engagement they are involved in, the less likely they are to engage in deviant behavior. The third element is commitment. He believed that people need to be committed to their society. They need to be committed to their communities. And the higher the level of that commitment, the less likely they are to engage in deviance. And the last element is belief. He believed that you have to have a belief in your society. You have to believe that there is a benefit to being a conformist or to following the rules or to doing what you are supposed to be doing. And he said the higher that level of belief is, that there are good things waiting for you if you follow the rules, then the less likely you are to engage in deviant behavior. So if you think about yourself, for example, think about your level of attachment to your community, to your society, the level of involvement you are with extracurricular activities and civic groups, the level of commitment you have to your society and your culture and your community, and the belief you have that by doing what you're supposed to do, that there is going to be benefits waiting for you. The fact that you're in school here, you're in college taking this class, gives us some indication that there is a pretty high level of attachment. You probably have other friends who have gone to college or who are going to college. You are probably involved in some kind of group, either here on campus or in your communities. You're committed to your community in some way. You're committed to your goal here of getting an education and graduating. You have a belief that there is a benefit to doing all of this, that you will get a good job, you'll make a decent living, you'll have a good life after this. All of those things are pretty high for you right now. However, not everybody who starts a class finishes a class. So for some people, these 4 elements are going to start to shift throughout the semester. Perhaps your attachments are going to change or your involvement becomes less. Maybe you lose your commitment and belief that this is the right thing and that there's a payoff waiting for you. If any of these things start slipping for you, according to Hirschi, your likelihood of engaging in some kind of deviant behavior is going to go up. If we think about the mass shootings that we experience in our culture and in our society, when we find out more about these shooters, what do we find out? We find out that they have very low levels in general of attachment, involvement, and commitment. They tend to be loners. They tend to be lone wolves. They tend to be off on their own somewhere. They have lost belief in our society. They've lost belief that there are some good things waiting for them if they follow the rules and do what they're supposed to be doing. And so what happens as these four things start to diminish? They act out, unfortunately, in some pretty horrific ways. So that's it for now. Thanks for checking in. Never stop learning, and remember, sociology is everywhere.